What is up? I've had the Scyrox V6 for over a month now, and this is actually the second unit they shipped out because the first one was broken for what reason I know not of. Now TLDR, this has to be on the list of mouse of the year for 2025 because I did not include it in the 2024 list as I didn't have really enough time on it. Now here's my use case scenario. I 10 plus hours a day. My hand size is 21 by 12. Temperature is in the 90s or about 30 degrees. Right now it's 28, 29 degrees. Humidity is 74% right now. Outdoors it's like 80+%. I've got sweaty fingertips and a clammy hand, but I have a soft, relaxed grip. Now let's talk about the specs, the battery life, and the cleanliness check. The V6 is identical to the V8, of course, with a 3950 sensor and 8K right out of the box. The same unbox experience that's kind of fancy for about 2 minutes, and then it ends up in a landfill somewhere near you. Now the color coordination is great. The mouse, the USB-C cable, and the puck are color matched, and they actually look great together. The battery life on the 2K polling is 40 hours over 3 days on a 250 milliamp battery, so that's pretty good for a 39 gram mouse. On 1K you're looking at 6-7 days of usage. I'm talking about 70-80 hours easily. From a cleanliness perspective, you can see there is hardly any build up with no cleaning at all, which means the surface kind of repels dirt and keeps away the smudges very well. Remember, I've got sweaty, clammy hands, and there is no pickup or residue left on the surface of the mouse, so it's pretty good in my opinion. Now as for the shape and size, this is literally an ATK F1 or a hit scan hyperlight, but it is a smidgen bigger mouse, and honestly for my bigger hands it feels more comfortable. The V6 is 53.3 at the narrowest point, which is about 1mm slimmer than the hit scan, and it is about 1mm taller than the hit scan or ATK F1. It's the same aggressive size. You can see the low triggers. It's just a slight variant of that Viper shape or the ATK shape or the hit scan shape, whatever you want to call it. You can see they're both very low triggers, just that the Scyrox V6 is slightly taller and has a slimmer grip. As for the build quality, it's the same build quality as any VGN, VXE or Sora V2 or ATKs. I believe they're all from the same factory. This is as good as it gets at this weight bracket. It does feel like it is an upgrade over the V8, if I'm being honest. Maybe they made the triggers less wobbly. As you can see, these are very solid, and your brain instantly associates this with better quality. Again, in the V8 review I said the same thing. Does Logitech and Razer have better quality? Yes. Do they weigh 39 grams? No. So this is a trade-off I'm very comfortable with. Now as for the coating, the V6 coating I mentioned earlier, it's fine and dandy. I don't want to dwell too long. Some say it's great, some say other brands are better. Personally, I feel indifferent, and I don't take any issue in the way Scyrox has implemented the rubberized coating. It's more than adequate for my clammy hand. If you have very dry hands, it might take a minute to warm up and activate the grippiness. The buttons M1 and M2 are equipped with the Omron opticals, the most popular switch in the market. They sound sophisticated and refined, and I think with the improved trigger, this really elevated the click experience over the V8. The M4 and M5 remain a little bit mushy, but they're not bad or they're not even terrible. They're just, you're comparing. If you compare it with a Viper V3 Pro, of course that's going to feel a bit better, but there is nothing inadequate about the V6. It just works great. It is definitely better over the V8 side buttons, which were very mushy. These are a lot better. The M5 is a little bit more mushy, so it's a bit annoying, but it isn't uniform, you know what I mean? Overall it's fine, works as intended, and I really can't really take much issue. I'm just being a little bit more nitpicky than usual, because this is more of an in-depth review of the V6. Now the stock feet are actually lower quality than the ones on the V8. Remember, I really like the ones on the V8. The stock ones are the exact same ones you find on VXE-R1s, on Mad-Rs and ATKs. They are the dyed PTFEs with the cardboard backed adhesive, and that's not to say they are garbage, but I feel like they did a good job on the V8 skates, and I don't know why they decided to change it to a bit more inferior skates. What I do have on right now are aftermarket skates from Unusual Way Sports. These are Silver Fox for Scyrox V6. They fit perfectly and they work really nice. It is better than the stock skates, but again, I wouldn't say the stock skates were bad in any way, and I wouldn't change them for no reason, you know what I mean? I only changed them because Unusual Way sent these out to me. If they didn't send this out to me, I would have been fine with the stock skates. So let's talk about the performance and value, which is the last subject I want to talk on. I think in 2024, end of 2024, Scyrox really knocked this one out of the park at $69, because it's better than a few brands that are almost double in price. I did not put this mouse in my 2024 mouse of the year because I did not spend enough time on it, but I assure you the V6 would easily be right up there as a top 3 mouse, easily. So who is this mouse for? Well, it's for people looking for an ATK F1 or a hit scan hyperlight kind of shape, Viper mini shape, but you want something a little bit taller. You can feel it right there because of that more 1mm, 1.5mm taller hump. If you have 18mm hand, 18cm hand, this might be the perfect size and shape for you. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video and took some useful information on the Scyrox V6. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.